Hello everyone, I'm Matt Gemmett, and today on Played in Canada, I'm showcasing the Whale Delay by Ellman Tone out of Windsor, Ontario. Ellman Tone is a one-man operation out of Windsor, Ontario, run by Jeff Ellman, and his mission is to make great sounding and looking pedals. The Whale Delay is an analog circuit with a digital processor, meaning it's kind of a hybrid kind of thing, which is really cool, actually. It gives a nice warm analog delay sound. Looking at the controls, you've got the L, which is the level, which is your wet-dry mix between your original signal and your delays. You have the D, which is the depth, which controls the length of your delay. And then you have the F control, which is feedback, or how many repeats you have for your delay. And then there's a little switch here in the middle, which is cool. And when you switch that up, it puts on a tiny bit of modulation, which helps give it some wobble, some sparkle. And having that modulation on kind of makes it sound like an old tape delay. Very, very fun pedal. So let's check it out. Before we get started, I wanted to say that if you're listening with headphones or the volume up high, please be careful. A delay pedal can get surprisingly loud when used with overdrive distortion, which I will be doing in this showcase. I'll also be demonstrating a bit of this pedal's ability to oscillate, so you've been warned. What I find really interesting about this effect is that you have the controls up somewhere noon on all of them, on the level, depth, and feedback, and yet the sound is subtle. I think that has something to do with what you play. Generic sound number one with the pedal is over and done with. Let's see what happens when you start playing with some knobs. Now that we're done playing with the L control, we can go on and see what the other ones are all about. There's this thing called quarter note or eighth note things that you can do with delay. It's harder than it looks, and it's interesting to try and play and not overlap yourself while playing with quarter or eighth notes. Very Pink Floyd, very cool sounding, but very hard to do. So here we've added some grit. That's coming from the second channel of my YCV40 Traynor amp, so some natural overdrive. The controls on the pedal, well, it's giving us some shallow depth and very little repeats, which is resulting in the slapback effect. It's good for all kinds of music, like country, rockabilly, and in this case, dirty rockabilly, I guess. And also to give it a vintage feel, we've turned on the modulation. And it's here that I realize I have no idea what I'm doing, and it's fun.
Just a little bit at a time.
Alright, confession time. The only delays I've ever really had an opportunity to experience or play with have been delays on a multi-effect pedal. Never on anything like this. So getting a chance to play with something like this was a treat. I went on an amazing journey and came out on the other side only after having realized I was playing with the pedal for over 40 minutes. This was just a small sliver of what I ended up playing. Well, folks, that was the Whale Delay from Ellman Tone. Made in Canada, played in Canada. If you want to know more about Ellman Tone, the Whale Delay, or any of the other fantastic effects Jeff makes, I've put the links in the description below. Thank you so much so far for the love and support I've seen for the channel and the video. It's greatly appreciated, and it comes from the bottom of my heart, maybe the cockles, maybe the subcockles, we don't know. If you liked today's video, consider giving it a thumbs up. To see future videos, be sure to subscribe and click the bell icon to be notified when I'm showcasing another piece of Canadian gear. You can also find me sharing behind the scenes things on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, all at Played in Canada. But for now, thanks for watching, everyone. I'm Matt Jemmett, and this has been Played in Canada. Yeah.